Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba has cautioned school principals against refusing to admit learners without school fees and uniforms as per the recent directive by the government.
Ogamba says only 8% of grade 10 learners had not yet reported to school at the time of the presidential directive, hence admitting them will not put a strain on the resources of the various schools.
The Education CS has warned that principals sending away learners risk disciplinary action, including possible dismissal, as reported by Nancy Okware.
2 weeks since the inaugural grade 10 class started reporting to school, the government is keen to mop up 8% of learners who had not reported by Thursday last week, as it seeks to achieve 100% transition. Speaking earlier today, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba warned school heads against failing to admit learners without school uniforms and fees.
If, for example, you have admitted 700 students and then you have 4 or 5 who have not paid fees or who do not have school uniforms, these 5 or 4 cannot make it impossible for you to run the school. So the principals need to support the directive of the government.
The CS said that action will be taken against principals not complying with the directive.
And from today, data is being collected in the field. Should we find any principal who has returned a child home on the reason of them not having school fees or of them not having school uniform, action will be taken through the employer, the TSC, including dismissal from their jobs.
He maintained that the government had already released the first installment of capitation, which amounts to 50% of the annual capitation, to ensure smooth running of first term.
That amount is to sustain the students for the first term of this financial year, of this academic year. So issues relating to whether or not we're going to be able to release more money are conversations that we'll have, and we look at what can be done within the budgetary constraints that exist.
The CS also defended the capacity of learning institutions to handle the learners reporting for grade 10 amid concerns that some schools may be overwhelmed.
If, for example, a school's population initially was, say, 4,000, it was 4,000 divided by 4, meaning a class would have 1,000. Now it is 3. So it is now 4,000 divided by 3. You would increase that number slightly, maybe to 1,500 or to 1,200 because of the extra space that they had. That's the alignment that is being done, and we'll continue working with the schools where they need support. We're working with actually TSC to ensure that where the students have been selected to go into those particular subjects, they avail those teachers.
He added that 50% of grade 10 books had been distributed to schools by last week Friday, with the remainder set to reach schools by the end of January. The CS spoke in Nairobi during a high-level development partners meeting on education financing. Nancy Okware, Prime Edition.